Hola, hola, my Paint.Eat.Chill family. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate you. For those of you who've purchased your kits, thank you for supporting Paint.Eat.Chill. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into this painting. It is fairly easy. We're gonna go over our supply list. So in your kit, you should have gotten a 8x10 or an 11x14 pre-traced canvas. You should have also gotten your paintbrush set, your paint, your acrylic paint. You would have also gotten a apron and a napkin, your instruction sheet, and a printout of the actual painting. Okay, so family, again, this painting is very easy, very fun. You can also go ahead and duplicate this painting. That's how easy it is. You won't even really need a traced out canvas. Of course, we traced it out for you guys so that there's no pressure, right? The only thing that we ask is that you do not share these paintings outside of your paint party or your household. These should be for personal use. All right, fam? So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm gonna get some paint on my palette. Now, we're starting with our purple and our blue. Okay, guys, a couple of rules. I want you guys to have fun. Have fun, guys. This is a very fun painting. I hope you guys have your snacks, your drinks ready, some music going. Also, you guys are allowed to use whichever brush you want. Okay, each kit comes with 3 size brushes. We're pretty much going to use our largest brush for the background, but we do have other brush sizes, so there's no brush police, guys. You guys are allowed to use whichever paint brushes you feel the most comfortable with. Okay, and yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so we have our blue paint. Okay, and we're gonna start at the very top. Okay, now I'm starting on a blank canvas. A lot of you guys are either joining in with me, freestyling this, or you've purchased a kit with me and you already have your pre-traced kit. Okay, but at the very top, we're starting with some blue, and so we're going in. I'm gonna lift this up for you guys. We're doing like a figure 8. Type motion at the very top. Okay, load up that brush. Get that brush in that blue. So right there, the very top, go ahead and get your blue up there. Okay, now guys, this is a sunset, right? And we know that no sunset is the same. Okay, so yours does not have to look exactly like mine. Let your creativity flow. Okay, go ahead and grab some of that purple. You're gonna come right in there, and we're figure 8ing it. Figure 8ing it just like that. Okay, then we're gonna come to the bottom. We're not gonna clean our brush. We're gonna get back in that blue. We're gonna do the same thing. very bottom of our canvas. Guys, this is a very, very quick, however very fun painting, and there's really a lot you can do with this in your spare time if you want to like experiment with different colors and all that fun stuff. Go ahead and get your purple. And again, remember we're figure eighting. So also guys, if for any reason you find that your paint is too wet at any point, and if you have a blow dryer, definitely go ahead and grab that, and so that it can help you with the drying process. Okay, go ahead and wipe off your paint brushes into your napkins and go ahead and rinse it off in your water cups. Okay, so now we're going to grab our two pink colors. We have a light pink and a darker pink. Okay, and we're gonna just grab a little bit of both on our brush. And just about a third way up, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of take our large brush and just make a line across. Now, of course, if you have your pre-traced canvas, you're using your pre-traced canvas, right? Sorry guys for the glare. You're just gonna go ahead and follow the horizon that's already pre-traced for you. Okay, I just also want to show you guys what to do if you want to go ahead and do this again on your own time. So go ahead and start now filling that in. Now I like to figure eight it down here and kind of just get a broad stroke right here using the flat edge of my brush, just so I can get this portion filled in. Okay, and then I get back into my paint and I go ahead and you can add some, like you don't have to mix the colors, you can just add straight of the light pink color just to kind of brighten it up a bit. Right, and then you can add some bouts of the darker pink on the edges. Good job, guys. Go ahead and wipe off your brush. You don't have to rinse it, but just wipe it off a bit. Go ahead and get some of that orange. Get some of that orange on your brush, and right about midway between the blue and the pink on our lower half, we're gonna go ahead and figure eight that in as well. Okay. Now go ahead and wipe off your brush, rinse it off. So now we're gonna get our orange and our yellow. We're gonna mix the two. Okay. And again, following that horizon line, just draw a line right across. And again, I like to just get that okay, there we go. And so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and start now figure eighting our yellow and our orange. And again, figure eights. So just like this. Guys, at any time you find yourself needing to fast forward the video, please do so. If you find that you're pushing past this step quicker than I am. Okay, and then you can just take specks of the color and just I'm just taking just the yellow, just kind of adding like some fluff to it to kind of give it that cloud-like feel. Doing the same with the orange, where I'm just taking it and kind of just making W's, like continuous W's, and that. That cloud-like feel. Okay, good job, guys. So now we're gonna go ahead and wipe off our brush. We're gonna rinse it off. We're gonna go back for our pink. Okay, so we're gonna get back into those pinks there. We're gonna go ahead and get that pink right in here. Again, guys, figure eights. You want to make sure that you get it where it's coming off the edge of the canvas. And I like to kind of, like when I'm doing my figure eights, I like to kind of smush down the brush a little bit, if that makes sense, with my figure eights. So I'm like really pushing it against the canvas to get that color in. Remember, guys, again, this is a sunset. No two sunsets are alike. It does not have to look exactly like mine. I come back in. Like I said, I want that fluffiness of clouds, so I'm using my light pink to kind of make little W marks. Then I'm coming back underneath them with the darker pink. just like that. Now go ahead and rinse off your, well, wipe off your brush. Okay, rinse it off. We're gonna go back for our yellow, and we're gonna get some white on our plate. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create our sun. And so we want mostly white on our brush and a bit of yellow. Okay. And so what we're doing is right at the horizon line with the flat edge of our brush. Let me bring it up to you guys. This is my horizon line right here, right? So right here with the flat edge of my brush, I'm just bringing my brush around and touching down right back to that horizon line, okay? And then I'm just scraping my brush across. Okay. I need a little bit more white. Right? And so, yeah, you can go back over it. So I have a little bit more white now on my brush. And again, I'm just bringing that to the horizon, just swiping my brush across. Right, and then I'm gonna go back into my white. Now you can continue using your large size brush. You can also use your liner for this portion. And I'm just gonna go using the edge of my large brush. I'm just bringing it around the edge of my sun, just to highlight it, just like that. Right? All right, fam. So we're gonna go ahead, wipe our brushes off, rinse it off. Now my paint is pretty wet, so I'm going to have to blow dry. Guys, bear with me one moment. Let me go ahead and just blow dry this, and then I'm gonna jump right back in, okay? All right, family, so our painting is nice and dry. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into our black, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and use, excuse my pan, get some black in there. Okay, so again, some of you have purchased kits, so you already have your palm tree, your mountains, you already have those things traced out for you. But again, if you guys want to go ahead and replicate, you know, and do this at another time, here's how you're able to do it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get some black. Now we're using our largest brush. Now again, guys, there are no paintbrush police. You are allowed to use whichever brush you feel most comfortable using. So if you'd like to use your liner, which is your smallest pointy brush, go ahead and use that one. If you want to use your medium-sized brush, that's perfectly fine as well. I'm using my largest brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and right at the horizon, I'm gonna bring this right across, just like that. Okay, now in this case, it actually may be easier for me to go ahead and, because this is a smaller canvas, I'm going to use my liner brush to go ahead and create the mountains, the mountain peaks. So you can create as many as you'd like. Again, if you have the kit, it is already pre-traced for you. But of course, you can always, you know, tweak it. Any way you'd like to. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead it's always gonna look different every time. Like here's my example painting. My mountain peaks got a little bit more character going on in them, you know, so it's picking up your horizon line there. And if you make a mistake, you can always cover it up. That's the beauty of acrylic paint. It dries fairly quickly, and it's fairly easy to cover over. Alright, perfect. So we got that part done. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to our palm tree. Again, guys, for those of you who already have yours traced out, go ahead and follow the pre-traced canvas. And if for any reason you can no longer see the design, of course I hope that you've been following along with me to go ahead and set you up. Okay, so guys, now we're going to go ahead and I'm taking 2 fingers starting at the very edge of the bottom of my canvas, and what I'm going to do is kind of leave like a little slanted black line right at the bottom. See that? That's going to be the start of that's going to be the base of my palm tree. Okay, then I'm gonna come just about, okay, so I'm looking at the middle of my sun, so maybe about 1 inch above it. I'm just gonna put a little black dot right there. Okay, so starting from that, get some more black paint on my brush. So starting from that curved line that I started at the very bottom, I'm going to make a curved line meeting that dot that I got there up right above the sun. Okay, just like that. And so now what I'm gonna do, now I'm not going to just draw a base, right? Because what I want you guys to do is kind of just follow the line back down right about here, and then start to fan it out, because what you don't want is a super thick palm tree base. Of course you can always widen it if you need to, but I'd rather you make it too thin than too thick. Okay, so go ahead and fill it in. Coming right back to that point, I'm just gonna take the flat edge of my brush and just kind of make a box, like a wispy box. I'm not even gonna go too crazy on it, just like that. And maybe just kind of make some blot lines just to kind of fill that in. Okay, so boom, now I have the head of my palm tree, right? So now we're gonna make almost like spider legs, okay? And so again, you can use your liner brush for this portion, or you can stick with your largest brush. The thing with using the larger brush is that you can get more paint on the brush. But it can take a little bit more practice to use, but I have complete faith that you guys will be able to handle the larger brush. But of course, you are more than welcome to go ahead and use your smaller brushes if that's most comfortable for you. So we're gonna go ahead and taking the edge of my largest brush, so I'm using the edge, gonna bring out a line just like that. I'm gonna bring another one here, and I'm gonna curve it like that. I'm gonna bring another one here, curve it like that. Bring another one there. Let's see. I'll bring another one down here, like so. One here. One here. Oh, make that a little better. And put one up there like that. Okay. Alright, fam. So we're gonna go ahead and get some more black on our brush and kind of just brush it out onto the palette. So we want it coated in black, but we don't want it jam-packed with black. Because what we're gonna do is we're going to take our largest brush, and I'm gonna show you two ways that you can do this. Because I want you guys to have the most ease and comfort. But I'm using the flat edge of the flat side of my brush. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of dragging right from the just kind of dragging down and then taking the edge and adding a few. Little leaves coming down. So again, I'm taking the flat edge. I'm starting from the vein of the palm, and I'm just bringing it down. Now you see how it's not. So you want to be careful with how much paint you pack on that brush. That's why I said you want to get the paint on there, but you want to brush it off at the same time, right? And then you just want to take the edge of your brush and just kind of define like that. Okay? So we're gonna go ahead and do that for each of them. Okay, so so at one point I have it on its flat side, right? And then I turn it on its edge. So flat side. And then turn it on its edge for definition. Now, fam, I have the most faith and confidence that you guys are able to handle that. But for my family that just isn't feeling it doing it that way, you get your liner, you get it into that black, and then just starting at the vein, go ahead and start dragging down. Okay, and then okay, and then you just complete it like that using your liner. Now I'm gonna go back in and kind of just so even still, for my family that you can still take your larger brush after you've used your liner and kind of just brush that So again, you don't want to have too much paint on your brush if you're doing it with the flat side edge method. Don't want too much paint because you still want to be able to see the color in the background. Okay, so this one we're gonna bring in an upwards direction, coming up from both sides. And then we're just gonna define it with the edge. Okay, family, good job, guys. Good job. Go ahead and wipe off and rinse off your brushes. Okay, now, family, we really want this to dry really well again, because we're gonna go in for our white, and we want that white to really pop. Okay, so go ahead and let this dry. Again, if you have a paint dryer, if you have a blow dryer or a heat gun, go ahead and you know, you can blast your painting with those tools. Now mine is pretty dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Okay, and I'm gonna get some more white on my palette here. Okay, and again, you can either use your large brush, the edge of your large brush for this step, or you can use your liner brush, whichever makes you the most comfortable. Okay, and so I'm gonna use the tip of my large brush, and I'm just gonna, let me bring this up to you guys. Right in the head of my palm, I'm just gonna make some little fun white marks right in there. Just like that, just to give it some nice highlight, right? And then I'm gonna come with I'm gonna put this down for this step, I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna take my white and I'm gonna follow the curve of my palm tree. All the way down. And again, guys, you want this really white. We'll end up with gray, which is what I'm ending up with, because I wasn't patient to let this dry. Not that it's a big deal, because once it is dry, you can always come back over it with the white. Okay, so boom, we have the highlight on our tree trunk. Then we're gonna go ahead and go into our actual palms, and we're gonna follow each vein with a highlight, and then we're just going to come in and kind of just press. So I'm following the vein, and then I'm just pressing my brush right along. Following the vein, and then just pushing my brush right along. Again, following the vein. And all I'm doing is I'm literally just stamping the edge of my large brush. now we're gonna get a little bit more of that white onto our brush. And right in the water of our, we're just gonna draw some reflection lines. You want to draw them pretty subtly. Maybe put some on the other side. Now you can also go back and forth with your brush, kind of. So my family, we do have a finished painting. Of course, we can do some fun things here now that we have completed. I told you guys this is a really simple and easy painting. You can most certainly experiment with different colors, maybe adding a second palm tree. You can also, if you wanted to, you can grab another canvas, and instead of putting the sun in the middle, what you would do is put the sun in the middle of both canvases and almost do like a date night situation. I'll probably do a tutorial on that for you guys as well. But what we can do now is go ahead and edge our canvas. Now, you can edge your canvas with whichever color you'd like. So like on this one, I mixed like the blue and the pink, and I, did some blue and pink on the side, and then, blue and blue on the bottom. You can do that, certainly. Or you can just go black all the way around, blue all the way around, pink all the way around, orange all the way around. You can alternate the colors. Have some fun, but you definitely want to have a clean edge on your canvas. And I'm thinking, I don't know, let me see, I'm just gonna do whatever feels right. I'm gonna do whatever feels right. So I'm just gonna do that. I think I'm gonna alternate my colors. So I'm filling in the blue first. You can also wrap your colors, meaning the colors that are in your painting, like the placements where they are, you can follow that color out onto the edge of your canvas as well. And to, get around the canvas, I hold the inside of my canvas in order to do the edging. And I hold it at an angle so that way I'm not messing up edges that are already painted. But fam, again, we are at the end of this painting. Thank you guys so much for supporting Paint, Eat, Chill. I really, truly appreciate you guys. I just want to say that I love you. Jesus loves you. And just give your lives, guys. Give your lives over to the Lord. That is my prayer for you, that God reveals himself to you in a way that you can't deny him, that you can't deny his faithfulness, his love for us. And I just pray health, wealth, all the best to you and your families, your friends, and just have an awesome and great day, guys. All right, fam, stay blessed. We out.